Welcome everybody to an incredibly windy and wet Fast and Fun video. It's Rich here, and this week I'm taking a look at my garage that you see behind me. I hope the audio is okay because feels like storm force winds are blowing across the hills here. 5 years ago I built my garage, and although largely it went quite well, I did make 5 big mistakes. And it's those 5 mistakes I want to take you through in this week's video. Welcome to Fast and Fun. So number 1 is get the reason for your garage understood. 5-6 years ago, I thought I knew. I thought it was really clear. I wanted 3 cars and nothing else. That was it. Tools I wanted inside for security. Bikes I wanted in the house for security. Everything else, we've got lockable sheds. So it was going to be clean, minimalistic, 3 cars. And that's what I thought during the build. But then 5 years of using the garage, what have I found? Well, do you know what? Things just become too difficult for everyday family life. So trolley jacks went in there, then axle stands, then a speaker for the music, then a heater, then all my wash gear, my detailing stuff, and my jet wash, and the vacuum cleaner. And then we did a bit of fitness, so I hung a boxing bag in there. And then the dog leads and the dog coats because they were wet. And then the bikes went in there, and then the bike wash gear, then some spare alloys and tyres. And I hope you get the impression. I was so convinced 5 years ago it was just for 3 cars. The reality was very different. So the number 1 mistake that I made was, when you think you know what you want your garage for, check again. Think what it's going to be like in day-to-day life. Number 2 really leads on from number 1. You see, once you get to understand what you want from the garage, then it drives the size that you can have. And obviously, space and the plot that you're going to build your garage is the limiting factor. And it was for me. My front garden tapers away, and I wanted the garage as far into the recess as possible, but making sure I kept the width. So it's all about size. Bigger is better. If you're unsure, go that extra 1/2 metre wide or 1/2 metre deep. And I made a mistake here because I pushed the garage back, and let me just show you, come around the back of the garage. I wanted this side access, enough for a wheelbarrow and to safely come down the side of the garage. And that works really well. But around the back here, I could have actually taken the garage further back, or the border here is another metre out. So in actual fact, 1/2 metre, or even better, a metre wider, for the build costs wouldn't have been that much different. A negligible increase in materials and labour. But the benefit of having that extra 1/2 metre or metre width inside your garage is absolutely massive. So if in doubt, go bigger. So number 3 was around security. The builder specifically asked me, doors and windows? Absolutely no. And the reason for it is because I wanted to keep the garage as secure as possible. More access points, less security. But the truth is, every time I want to go in my garage now, I'm lifting one of my doors. And because Southwest's over there, when the wind comes like it is today, when it's been raining like it is today, all the elements just get blown straight into my garage, making it wetter, damper, colder. For the sake of a door, do I regret it? Absolutely, because I could have put a door here at the side, giving side access. I can see it from the house, you can't see it from the road, and that would have just made things so much easier and simpler, especially in reality when you're working on your car and you're carrying a cup of tea in there, you want to get some tools, or your wife calls you, or you're popping in and out and you're doing things, opening and shutting this continuously, these electric doors, it's just a pain. It would just be so much simpler. Side door, I wouldn't have a window, I think I was right with that, but a side access door, if there's space, absolutely get one. Yes, it's a little bit more insecure because you can get access through there, but to tell you the truth, it wouldn't take a thief long to get through those front doors anyway. So my third point is, when it comes to doors and windows, have a long think. I think I should have put a door in the garage. So for number 4 and number 5, we've come into the garage, which is thankful because the weather is getting worse and worse out there. Number 4 is lighting. And I knew about that. High powerful lights giving really good light inside your garage. And that's what I went with. High quality strip lighting gives really, really good light in the garage. 1 per bay across each of the 3 bays, and it gives me some brilliant lights. And that's what I thought, and I thought I'd done it right. But the practicalities just do not work, because quite often I'm working down the side of the car. Suspension, brakes, wheels, difficult, because the light is protracting across the top half of the car and not down the side of the car. That was the first problem. The second problem was this. So when you go to, after working under your car, the second most important area is in the bonnet. And the light strip here is giving really good light onto a bonnet. The problem is, when I lift the bonnet up to work on the car, you've guessed it, the top of the bonnets, the light is hitting the bonnet, and the engine bay has just got some residual light from the side. So anything I'm working on, I just can't see. And it's not just that way round. The other issue is with the garage door. You see, if I want to work with the door open to get some natural light in there, this is what happens. The garage door, when it's open, blocks half the overhead lights. And I've just not thought about it. So what I'll say about lights is, yes, I got it right. High, powerful lights, well worth the investment. But you've got to think about where you position them. Because whether I put this car in front ways or back ways, with the bonnet open, that light's doing nothing. Lift the garage door open, half of it's covered up. Working underneath or at the side of the car, I can't see things. So when I'm doing work and maintenance on the car, this strip lighting's it's just not doing what I need it to do. So what's the answer? Lighting at the front, lighting at the rear, and probably lighting at the side. So think what you need it for and how it will work. And the final one is good old electrics. And again, I thought about it. You see, don't go short. If you're unsure, go more. So I thought plenty. A double socket in each of the 3 bays. That's 6 plug sockets. That's got to be enough. 4 battery chargers, battery tenderers, heaters, speakers, power tools, jet washers, everything. But the problem came not with the number, but where they are. And you see, although you need some at the back of the garage, I tend to do most of my maintenance, certainly in the 6 warmer months, at the front of the garage, with the door open to get some natural light in. And the problem there is, well, everything's a long way from where I want them. So I ended up having extension cables running from the back of the garage to the front with lights or with power tools or with whatever I need. So again, it's not so much the number. It's more around the location. Absolutely, you need some at the back of the garage where they're safe, secure, away from water, away from rain ingress and weather ingress. But you also need some further forward, so you've not got extension cables running across your garage floor. And that, again, is another mistake that I made. There we go, everybody. They're my 5 mistakes when I did the garage build. Some of them I can put right, electrics, lighting, door, but others I can't do. Mostly to do with what I want to use it for, what I plan to use it for, what I'm really using it for, and also the size. That size is just so important. I hope it's been useful, especially if anyone is thinking or in the process of planning a garage build. I hope it has given you some insight into some of the errors and mistakes that I made. As always, if it has, please thumbs up, please subscribe if you haven't done, and stay tuned. Another video next week. Thanks for watching.